Lewis, many congratulations. Was the race as expected in terms of the challenge from Ferrari? And also, can you talk us through that radio message you got from the team about speeding up? Were you aware that Nico was getting so backed up towards Sebastian Vettel?
I wasn't controlling his race. I was controlling my own race. No, I mean, a great race. I'm really happy. I think definitely going into the race, we thought it would be a lot closer, and we knew that the Ferraris were very, very good with their long-run pace and also looking after their tyres. So today, the real goal was to manage the tyres. And as I said, you know, my goal was to kind of look after my car. I had no real threat from Nico through the whole race, so I just managed it, and I got to really enjoy it, to be honest. And then obviously a few of the real good fun laps were the laps before the pit stop, which I really enjoyed. And but just ultimately, it was a much smoother weekend than we had in the last race, where we got the whole full practice sessions, and on my side of the garage at least, and made a real big difference to the balance of the car for the race. So really happy, and yeah, kind of excited.
Congratulations again. Nico, can you talk us through your view on the race today? Started second, finished second, but you sounded at times as though you felt under a little bit of unnecessary pressure, maybe?
No, it's just now interesting to hear from you, Lewis, that you were just thinking about yourself with the pace in front, and necessarily that was compromising my race, because driving slower than was maybe necessary in the beginning of stints meant that Sebastian was very close to me, and that opened up the opportunity for Sebastian to try that early pit stop, to try and jump me, and then I had to cover him. So first of all, it was unnecessarily close with Sebastian as a result, and also it cost me a lot of race time as a result, because I had to cover him, and then my tires died at the end of the race because my stint was just so much longer. So I'm unhappy about that, of course, today, and other than that, not much to say.
Lewis, would you like to respond?
Not really. My job is not it's not my job to look after Nico's race. My job's to manage the car and bring the car home as healthy and as fast as possible. And that's what I did. I didn't do anything intentionally to slow any of the cars up. I just was focused on myself. If Nico wanted to get by, he could have tried, but he didn't.
Okay, thank you. Sebastian, you tried everything today. The undercut, everything really, strategy-wise, that you could. Mercedes just had a little bit too much for you today, but also at the end there, Kimi was catching you. Were you worried about him catching up to you towards the end of the race as well?
Not really. I think was in control. Obviously, would have liked to keep on racing. I think it would have been close, but in the end, I still had a decent gap. Obviously, I guess it's a bit similar with Kimi, myself, and Nico and Lewis. Obviously, I tried to be very aggressive. I wasn't sure. I think it was lap 29. That meant 27 laps on the prime. And I wasn't sure whether we should really try it. But then I guess we wanted to put pressure on Nico, which obviously makes the last stint very long. So at the end, naturally, you struggle with the tyres. I think Kimi was able to stay out a bit longer, and therefore was a bit quicker at the end of the stint. But we tried everything we could today. I think it was very close, especially the first pit stop. I didn't expect it maybe to be that close, so maybe I should have pushed a bit harder on the outlap. Obviously, it's tricky here because you always try to look after the tyres. But all in all, I think it was a very good race for us. We were really able to put, again, some pressure on them, especially in the beginning of the race. Towards the end, I think they were just too quick. They were pulling away. Nico had a sequence of really, really quick lap times, so we couldn't do that. But all in all, as I said, closer here, which is great for us, and in front of the other teams. So if we keep doing that and we keep getting closer, obviously, yeah, there's a point where we put some real challenge, where we are some real challenge for these guys, which I'm looking forward to.
Thank you. Well done. We open up to the floor. If you could give your name and publication, please.
Hello, I'm Yo-Hong Lim from China Radio International. It's me again, asking also about asking questions about both Luis and Sebastian about the Laureus Award. Since Sebastian has won the prize last year, and you've been nominated this year, and there are a lot of histories. Schumacher in 2004, Button in 2010. So, do you think let alone all those nominations all these years. So do you think there's a special bond between this kind of award and F1, the whole Formula One?
Do you want to answer that?
Well, I think it doesn't matter which sport you do. I think the special thing about the Laureus Award is that, yeah, you get judged by professionals, by sportsmen, by athletes, male and female. So it's a very unique award, and it has been an incredible honor, to be nominated. Obviously, last year I didn't really deserve a nomination or anything, so Lewis deserves, to be nominated this year. But to win the prize last year was fantastic, and really something that stays with you for good, I guess. And also to have Mr. Moses today on the podium. He's really one of the top athletes in the world ever in the sport has seen. So it's great to see him, and it's a great event. It means a lot. Just the nomination already, and obviously to win it, I don't really need to comment. So I guess Lewis is in that seat this year. So I'm sure he's very excited.
Lewis, a word?
Not really. Unfortunately, I'm not too excited because I know that I haven't won it. But no, I think it's a great award and very, very prestigious. And I'm proud to just be amongst the people that have been, the great athletes that have been nominated. And I'll keep pushing so that at some stage I do get it.
Flavio Ornetti, Corriere della Sera. To Sebastian, did you expect more performance with the new soft compound in the stint or not? Or was it the maximum you could achieve?
You mean with the new tire? Yeah, well, I think Nico was on new softs as well. I'm not sure about Lewis, but I guess as well. So, yeah, we tried to save a set yesterday, but unfortunately they did as well. So I think it helped, but I think we did all we could. Obviously, it's incredibly difficult the closer you get. I was all the time something like 1.5, and then just before the pit stop falling a bit away, around 1.8, 2 seconds. To really get closer, I tried desperately to get into the DRS, but I couldn't. Obviously, it gets more and more difficult, especially with the type of corner here you have opening onto the long straight, makes it quite tricky.